I think the writing and the story is getting stronger and stronger. I'm thrilled. I thought last season was certainly for Rick's journey was some of the finest and most complex that I've had to attempt. And Scott and the writers team are just magnificent. And as long as they keep pushing us in the direction they're doing, I think we're going to open up the world in a way that we've never ever, well, certainly the fans and certainly I haven't experienced before.
Well, I mean, we have something that is kind of unusual in the history of television. It's not unheard of, but it's unusual, which is people going through horror week after week for 6 years now, and the cumulative effects of these characters that we know, and not just in horror, but in emotion in every way, building upon these characters that we know, changing them. Carol is not the person that we started with. That world has formed her into an entirely different person, and her journey is continuing to evolve, as is all of these characters.
Without the emotional fatigue.
Without the emotional fatigue, because the situation that they find themselves in, it's not the same old every day, and it is heightening, and things are getting even more loaded. And I don't know, we can't wait for you to see it.
I think that with Scott and the writers at the helm, they keep finding more intricate and nuanced ways to play him. And I'm so excited about episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that we've shot so far. And it's one of those jobs where you keep reading the new scripts and you get to the end of it and you realize that you've survived. And then you just can't wait for the next episode and next installment.
On AMC, we're able to do whatever we want. The network really doesn't step in. There may be 1 or 2 blood spurts too many, and usually Scott and I will sort of add an extra few frames in at the end, and nobody will ever notice. But it's astounding if you think about Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Night of the Living Dead, and those movies that they were taboo. I mean, they changed, even The Exorcist. People were vomiting as they ran out of the movie theater when they were watching those films. And now we're doing stuff on television that they couldn't even do 10 years ago. So it's a tribute to what the writers and what Scott creates. And we constantly push the envelope. I mean, Frank Darabont and I, in season 1, it was Night of the Living Dead was sort of our holy grail, and we were striving to make something as meaningful as that material. And I think that 6 years in, not only do we continue to do it, but we do it better. And it gets harder every year, but we don't back down.
It's about the fans. And I realized that Scott Gimple and Greg Nicotero are fans themselves. So our show is made by fans for fans. And yeah, of course. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.